On today's episode of Life as a Body Technician turned video maker, we're gonna pull in King Fred. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna buff it, and we're gonna show you guys just exactly how to correct paint on an old faded out vehicle. And I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Avalon King, for sponsoring this video. As you guys know, Avalon King isn't just a sponsor, they are a channel partner. This vehicle is named after them, Avalon King Fred. We have Avalon King on the wall. You guys have seen that before. So thank you, Avalon King. We've got an awesome sale to tell you guys about here in just a minute. We're gonna get Fred pulled in and we're gonna go to Buff Town with the buffer. Then we're gonna coat it with Avalon King ceramic coating and show you guys step by step the entire process, how to do that. And you guys are gonna love it, and it's gonna be entertaining, and it's gonna be so fun to watch, I think. All right, so I've got King Fred inside. Now we're gonna polish this. I'm only gonna do one step. I'm gonna show you a little something. Anyway, so this is what it's gonna look like. It's not perfect, but it is gonna shine it up. We're gonna use a lot of compound. We're gonna try to get some vibrance out of this. That way, when we ceramic coat it, it'll look glossy. So we're gonna just show you this because I want you out there to know that if your paint job looks as good as Fred's, you can make it even look better. Ooh, maybe. We'll see. And if this fails miserably, that's fine. We'll get an A for effort. I'm gonna crank this bad girl up. It'll look good, I promise. Well, this is gonna take me about 750 hours to polish, but it should be worth it. The results should speak for themselves. So I'll go ahead and hurry and compound out the fender. We'll make sure that it's gonna be worth doing the entire vehicle. All right, so thank you to Avalon King for sponsoring today's video. Today is the start of their Black Friday sale. You can get 3 Avalon King Armor Shield 9s for the price of 1. That's 3 kits for $99 when normally they are $75 a piece. Avalon King is also heavily discounting their Armor Shield Light Spray. You're gonna be getting 30 to 50% off of all of their stuff on the website. While supplies last, Avalon King is giving a special gift to my audience when you purchase other things off the website. Armor Shield 9 leaves a deep glossy finish, glass-like shine on anything it touches, like wax on steroids. It's very hydrophobic, meaning water and dirt just beads off. You can also coat glass, rims, plastic, apply it to door guards, basically anything on a vehicle on the exterior, you can ceramic coat. And not only that, you're gonna get the most amazing protection you can get from any DIY kit on the market today. Don't just take my word for it, this is a real review from one of you awesome fans named Scott. Where Avalon King really stands out is the time required to get the results. The other brand would require 4 to 5 coats and much longer to achieve the same results. Make sure you click the link in the description below. You do not want to miss this. Avalon King's Black Friday sale starts today. Head over to the website, stock up now.
That's dirty.
That's because there's like no clear coat on it. But you know what? It's semi.
So what you're saying is it's just taking off the paint.
Yeah, of course. But it's gonna shine like a diamond. Look, this isn't bad. This is working.
You can almost see your reflection in it. You can see your reflection.
See? I'm not a total idiot. I do know what I'm doing. I'm gonna pop that emblem off. I should probably take that off because that's in the way. And then I probably will avoid the rust, but maybe I'll go to like right here.
You're not gonna unbuff that?
Well, what am I gonna do? Buff the rust?
We'll buff right out?
You know what? Why don't you do it?
I don't know how.
Okay, I will do it.
The rust behind there.
I haven't got it off yet. See, somebody glued that on with gasket maker. Okay, what not to do with gasket maker. Now I gotta get this off. Dang it. All right, people, do not use RTV gasket maker to install an emblem. This is gonna take longer to remove than it will the buff. That is stuck. Well, you know what? Forget it. Staying.
You have more compound?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm super pumped with this, and I'm really proud of it, okay? That is glossy. It is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but this will give us a little bit of extra time before we actually have time to paint this. I'm gonna move on to the other fender, and I'm gonna buff that one out. And then I'm gonna look at side-by-side comparison and see what they look like. Then I'm gonna decide if I wanna do the doors. Then I'm gonna decide if I wanna do the hood, so on and so forth. And then we're ceramic coating it with that extra gloss, shine, and added protection. right, so this was just taking a little bit to cut through this whatever. So I grabbed some 4000 grit and I just wanted to put a little bit of a cut on this to try to speed up the process. So we're gonna try that. I'll wipe it down and then we'll see if we can buff it. It was working, just compounding it and all that stuff, but maybe that was 4000 grit. Maybe I'll hurry and use some 3000. It was working. It doesn't look like it did much. So this is called Trizac paper. It's got a sponge to it. In order to sand with this grit, you've got to use water to lubricate. All right, we'll let that dry up and we'll see what we can achieve. That is definitely speeding the process up. See? Just gotta trial by error. So I'm gonna keep just going down the fender. I've got it all sanded out with 3000. All right, I don't know if you guys have seen the guy on TikTok, but he says, yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. And he turns on faucets. When I see this shine, I'm just like, yeah, dog. It's shiny. Yeah, dog. All right, so here's the situation. This buff job literally takes hours. But I've got to get these mirrors pulled off so I can get working on the door. So pull this one off, I'll get the driver's side off, and we will get to sanding some more. I have to grind that. All right, so that one won't come off. So I'm gonna go grab my belt grinder and we're gonna belt grind the head of it off. But this one's ready to fall off, but I won't take it all the way out. That way it'll hold it once I grind it. Only had minimal door damage. Good thing we're gonna be painting King Fred one day.
I have a question. Why is it a king if you call it a her?
I don't know, because Queen Fred doesn't sound cool.
So King Fred is actually a she?
Wow. That was cool.
I don't have years of experience.
Obviously.
It's done.
It's far from done. All right, so I've got as much as I can handle for now. Getting a blister on my hand. So I'm gonna take a little bit of break and I'll be back on King Fred here in a little bit, but I've got the upper half of the door buffed. It's not great, but it's better than it was, as you can see. So what I gotta do now is just buff the lower portion and then I'll head over to the other side, finish that, and then we'll be able to ceramic coat it and see if we can make a difference on this old paint job. I'm just gonna keep buffing. It's working. Now this is just temporary. This is just kind of showing you guys that you can bring back an old paint job and at least add some longevity to the life. Also, Hillbilly's busy working and I've been telling him to hurry. He's working on a Jeep. So as soon as he gets that done, he's getting in here and helping me buff because I'm about over the buffing. Anyway, trying to get this buffed as much as possible so we can show you guys the application. And then we got something special. We have a guest showing up. That won't be till the end.
So while Robbie is buffing the other door, I'm going to sand this door so that it is ready for him to buff when he is done with that side. Gonna get everything wet and I'll start sanding. So much wool on this.
$875,000 later. It's literally just one step. This thing's gonna be swirled like you wouldn't imagine. But it's gonna look good and it's gonna be glossy and you guys are gonna be super pumped with old Fred. it look really good.
It's really shiny.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on to the other door and then I'm hoping that Hillbilly gets his butt done like yesterday so he can come in and help me, but then we're gonna tackle the hood. After that, we're gonna be coating this with Avalon King's Armor Shield 9, the best on the market. And then we're gonna go get... Oh, wait, what? Scratch that. You guys don't know who the special guest is and you don't know that we're bringing Whiskers in because we have to have a pep talk with Whiskers because when Bombi gets here, Whiskers are gonna be so upset. But there's a reason for that because we're redoing Bombi. I don't know why I'm whispering. Because I don't want people in the back to hear. I only want you to hear. So anyway, I don't know what I'm saying, but next side. Hillbilly is here! Yay. Anyway, so he's gonna work on getting the bug shield off, and then we're gonna start sanding this hood. And it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna go start buffing on the door. He's gonna get all that wrapped up and all that fun stuff. And this thing's gonna shine literally like...
Turd. A polished turd.
You know, I wasn't gonna say it, but because Fred has feelings, so do I.
Hey, Robbie, doesn't matter how much you polish a turd, it's still a turd.
You guys heard it first. He literally just called the Ford a turd. And I could not agree more.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So, we'll start by taking this bug shield off. They don't look very tight. Well, they're not tight. I think put it in with your fingers. Only has 3 bolts holding it on. One tab broke, 2 tabs broke. So, ready to come off.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
She needed a deep clean anyways.
Been there for a while. That's Colorado weed. This paint looks like it'll just peel right off.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Time out, you're hurting. No, no, don't hurt the paint.
Hurt Fred.
You gotta clean that.
He's gonna need a band-aid.
It's a big band-aid.
Looks like we've hit a sheep. There's so much wool everywhere.
Could you imagine washing a whole truck with a wash bottle?
No.
That sucks.
Not your normal buff job.
Why not?
Hey, how do I know how far to go?
Experience.
Experience.
So if I burn through, it's experience?
Yeah.
Alright, so since Hillbilly took over my sanding job, I am going to try and ceramic coat this emblem to see if it looks any better with it. What is this called? Ceramic coating?
Yeah.
With the ceramic coating. With Avalon King ceramic coating. I'm gonna put a few dots of the coating on there and then I will wipe it on the emblem. So I taped this emblem down the middle. I put the ceramic coating on it and now I'm gonna go see if Robbie notices a difference. You see a difference?
Great Scott. Yeah, I can actually, but it's still a Ford. Looks really good though. Yeah. Ceramic coating is good for everything. Everything.
Even your dog?
Yeah, you can ceramic coat your puppy.
Since I got Robbie's approval, I finished the emblem. And it looks like at least 20 years younger.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new to this, so hope I don't burn through or ruin or do something.
Good news.
The one spot looks really good. I'm just gonna do that to the rest of the hood. Okay, so for my first time buffing, to me, it doesn't look too bad. Still gotta do a couple, like the edge here, a little bit down the center here, along here, but it's starting to shine. So I must be doing somewhat correct. That's just like a 16th of the hood. I still got about 15, 16th of the hood to go.
But you're going to lunch.
But I'm going to lunch.
I finally got my door polished. Not great, but it's not bad. It needs to be washed. It needs to be wiped down real well. We kind of staggered our lunches. Sent Hillbilly to lunch because I got a couple things I got to do at lunch. So he's gonna come back, hopefully get that hood knocked out, and then we're gonna be ceramic coating this bad girl. And then we have secret stuff to tell you guys about, such as but not limited to Whiskers, Bombi, and Matt. But don't tell anybody.
Okay, so I'm back from lunch. I want to continue doing this hood. And hopefully I can have it done before Robbie gets back. Once I get the hood done, I'll start maybe on one of the doors, or I don't know. But we'll see how far I get until Robbie gets back. I'm not going to be able to show you much because trying to hold the buffer one-handed and run the cam with the other hand doesn't work very well. So I'll just show you bits and pieces of how much I've done, how much more I have to go. So here we go. Okay, I got half the hood done, kind of burned through in a couple spots. You notice the yellowing there is burned through, there's burned through along a little bit of that edge. But you definitely see a difference, polished, non-polished. But you can also definitely tell that I'm a beginner, so. I'm a beginner, okay?
I just came back. Look it, I didn't wear an apron. There is compound on every inch of this shop. Look, I'm 15, or this is like 10 feet away. It's all over the ground. It's everywhere. Look at the lift. No, it gets worse. But wait, there's more. Our entire bolts and nuts. Look, there's compound everywhere. Look, wet compound all over the ground. No, don't worry. It gets worse. Look, it's on everything. Look at the vacuum. Look at the coveralls that were brand new.
This shirt's brand new.
How'd you go over your hat?
How did you get it all over my shop?
I'm a beginner.
It's all over the chair.
This is my first time.
It's everywhere.
All over Hillbilly.
This is my first time really buffing. I asked you how to do it, and he says, experience. Well, I'm getting experience. I'm getting experience.
I have no words. I'm gonna go get some cleaner. You're gonna get experience in cleaning it now.
Some good news, the hood is almost done.
Not just some places, everywhere.
Okay, but I already said this. Look on the bright side, the hood's almost done.
Yeah, the hood's almost done. It's like when you leave a kid with
Seriously, it's like a kid that just like explodes.
You better just go out of here.
I'm gonna just walk away.
Get out of here. Go. Since Robbie's about to have a mental breakdown, we're gonna go get Whiskers while they clean up the mess in there.
I can't even believe it. I need to just come and hang out with Whiskers for a minute. That's all there is to it.
Should we have Emily buff Whiskers?
No. He went ahead and secured his fate with never having to buff again. Whiskers has been hibernating all summer long. There's a lot of stuff that we need to figure out and get taken care of. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull Whiskers around, do some assessing, talk about what's showing up. We wanna make sure that Whiskers knows that Whiskers is still the most important snowcat in my life. And just because Bombi is coming later doesn't mean that Whiskers is less important, okay? So we're gonna go have some time with the snowcat. Most definitely this thing is dead. So we're gonna hook the jumper up and figure out which one is negative and positive. So I'll hook the jumper up and we'll see if we can get all Whiskies to start up and drive on its own power. Okay, let's see if it starts. So far, nothing. Morning, Whiskers. Good morning, beautiful. How was your summer? Oh, duh. Might help to choke it. Yay! Look at that. Oh, just kidding. I spoke too soon. Go ahead and let Whiskers warm up for a minute. Something's wrong. As soon as I let the key off, it dies.
The ignition switch might be going
That's what I'm
bad.
thinking.
Pull the ignition switch out and jump the...
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just not sure. It's barely got my jumper built. Ignition's right here. There's battery. There's ignition. Whiskers is pissed because Bombi's coming. She is on. If we hold it, we can get... It'll run. Here, hook me up to the ground, please. If it isn't one thing, it's always another. Because I grounded it.
Yep.
Are you on ground or positive?
It's on ground.
Why was it killing it?
Because you're grounding out the coil. You go. You go.
What is happening here? Literally, it started and ran.
15%.
What does that mean?
Jump box.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Go get another one. It's literally because we have Bombi coming.
Stop saying that name.
I mean, it's literally because it's mad at us. Keep it powered.
You have power?
No, it wasn't doing anything.
You get in there resistor.
Well, I don't know, because that side coming out of there.
Well, there's a pop that resistor valve and see if it's right.
Yeah, but why are we not getting power? Because that, look at that.
You said the one's getting power,
Look,
right?
Look, coming into that harness, not getting power.
You said the one side is getting power, right?
I think so. Hold on, let's keep it on there. That's not, you're not, no, that's not shut it off. It's gotta be through the ignition. The ignition's gotta be, the ignition's gotta not be sending power. Let's just hot wire it. Here, so we can get it in there. Hot wire this sweet Larry. We'll haul it in and then we'll see if the ignition's bad. Ugh. Always something. The joys of Fords. Every single time they got an issue. Not Fords. Both of my Fords have issues. Both of them.
All three of them.
My one Ford.
Yeah, but look how many wire gremlins they have. How many people dip their hands into the wiring.
Yeah, well.
To be fair, our tow truck that is a Ford also had to have a new transmission put in it.
No brakes.
Done?
All right, this is gonna now become a team effort. So Hillbilly's gonna hold the ignition wire on and we're gonna take this over to the mechanic shop.
Here, guys.
Here, let me turn the ignition off, see if that turns the power off. Ready? 100%.
What's
Well,
going on?
found our problem. So, Right down here, it's got a resistor. Let's try and pull that resistor out. We're not getting power through the resistor, so it's gotta be the problem. All right, so this resistor is held in with one little bolt. So I'm gonna get this off and then we'll run to Napa and see if I can get a resistor, but I'm almost 100% positive it's the resistor. We checked the ignition switch. We're just not getting power out of the resistor. We're getting keyed power to one side, no power to the other. There's compound all over my tools, weird. I think Fred got a little upset and flung some poo. Oh yeah. She fried. Just see how those are supposed to be together. Right in the middle, it's disintegrated right there. Bet you $1,000 this has been broken because I dropped it. No, I'll bet you it's been barely touching for a long time.
After I made a mess of everything and everywhere and I had to clean it up, guess what I gotta do now? We gotta clean King Fred. Get him prepped for ceramic coating.
I think you missed a lot of spots.
I got stopped from doing it.
Yeah, no more buffing for you.
Only outside. So I got compound everywhere and Robbie got wool everywhere.
It'll be interesting to see what the ceramic coating will do to this hood that has some places that weren't buffed as well.
Because I got inspired from it before I could finish my job.
Maybe next time put plastic on everything.
Or just pull it outside. Or the detail bay where we can just shut the doors and do it and then spray everything off.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm seeing what the ceramic coating will do on the, what is this, bed?
Yeah, what's it doing?
Not sure yet. I'll have to wipe it off and see what happens.
Cutie patootie. Look who showed up. Hey, what's up, world? All right. Went to Napa and I got me a new resistor. It's a little bit different, so I might have to get a new bolt, but I'm gonna shove it in there, see if this thing will start, and if it will, I'm gonna grab a new bolt, get it wrapped up. Then we're getting back over on King Fred. Oh, thanks, bud. Then we're gonna get back over on King Fred, and we're gonna get it ceramic coated. Do I look cool?
Oh, Daddy's pretty.
Daddy's pretty. That's right. Daddy's so pretty.
Oh, Daddy's pretty.
Stinky Linky's gonna help me get this put in. We got the resistor in, we're gonna see if it starts. Nope, where's the jumper?
Right here.
Okay, all right, let's see if it starts. Whoa! It runs! We fixed it! Oh, we're just gonna double check, make sure it's all good. We've got the resistor bolted to the block. So I have a question for the internet, and this is a serious question. Why does that resistor, that ceramic resistor, get so hot when you run the engine?
And is there a way to bypass it and get rid of it?
Yeah, what's the point of that resistor? I'm just curious. Genuinely curious.
Because it's putting 12 volts on both sides, and the resistor usually resists power down.
It powers it down 1.8 ohms or something like that. But I don't, anyway, it's not my expertise. So let us know in the comments, because I am curious. Dude, it's never started that good. Never started that quick. What I'm thinking is that resistor's been going bad, and it's been doing this number for a while, because it would cut out on us. So you can see this. Tink, 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 tink. There's the resistor. That was supposed to touch. Got a spring. So I'm thinking that the spring, oh, it did, look. Oh, I can prove it. I'm just making my accusations come true. Look at that. Look at that weld. Right there and right there. That has obviously been arcing for a long time. Crazy. Look at that, hillbilly. Now that we know the problem is solved, we don't got to worry about this anymore. Now we can get back to getting our King Fred ceramic coated. Yeah. That was a really good yeah. I liked it. Good job. All right, so hillbilly had a good question. He wants to know how to ceramic coat. So I'm going to show all of you at the same time. You got your cute little rag. First things first, rubber gloves. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your supplied rag from Avalon King, you're gonna put it on your applicator sponge. Sponge side up. Kinda, get it even. And what you wanna do, I like to hold it, take my credit card thingy, you just put it into the slit, pull it tight, put it into this side, so that it holds it in. So now, you take your ceramic coat, and you're just gonna apply ceramic coating to your applicator sponge wipe.
How long do you wait before you dry it off?
So what you want to do is good questions, kids, good questions, okay? I got answers for all of us. So what you want to do is you want to apply it vertically, horizontally, and you just want to make sure that you get everything coated. And then what you do When you feel like you don't have anything else on it, reapply more to your pad, and then you're gonna let it flash off. What that means is you're gonna let it dry. And you wanna let it dry long enough that you can see it rainbow. And you'll understand what that means as it's drying. So you just wanna pick a section. We're gonna do the top of this fender. You can smell the ceramic coating, it smells delicious. And you just wanna apply your ceramic coating in every direction. And once it's applied, you're gonna let it dry. I'm applied to the top. I'm gonna keep applying all the way down. So Hillbilly and Demery are gonna do their spots. Demery's gonna do the other side, but what you have to do before you get to this point of application is exactly what we already did. Because this paint was so messed up, I fully buffed all of it. You guys, sorry. I fully buffed the sides. Hillbilly
Buffed the hood and everything else.
Yeah, Hillbilly decided to throw compound on everything except for where he was supposed to. In a normal situation, so you would buff it, you would wash it, you would isopropyl alcohol, wipe it all down. If you need, you'd clay bar it. But in this situation, like I said, we opted to buff it. Get it all clean, apply your ceramic coating for best results. Let it sit, let it flash off, then we're gonna buff it off. So anyway, you wanna go little sections at a time. So I'm gonna do the fender, let it flash off, we'll wipe it, and then we'll move on to the fender. So vice versa. So Hillbilly's doing the hood.
the door, right?
Oh, I meant the door. Yep. You know what I'm saying, it's late. Got the kids in watching.
It's not very comfortable to do this hood.
That's why you're doing it.
So the rainbowing is just basically when this dries, it starts to have a little bit of different colors in it, and it's just called rainbowing. So we're gonna let this flash. As you can see, there's already a huge difference. So I'm just checking a little spot to see if it's ready to come off. I think I prematurely started wiping it, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more on and let it flash a little bit longer, and then we'll be ready to buff this stuff off. And I'll explain that here in just a second. All right, so it is starting to flash. So I'm gonna start buffing my stuff off of the fender. I'm just gonna wipe in all directions and just make sure that I'm removing the dried ceramic coating residue. I don't know how long this will last, but this is gonna add some vibrance and some gloss and shine to King Fred for a long little while. So until we can paint it, this is really gonna make a difference and make it look so much better. I mean, you can see this is just such an aged paint job, and this ceramic coating is really bringing the life back to it. Obviously, there's bare metal, there's paint peeling, but this is just showing you exactly what this product is capable of doing. One other thing, once we get it all buffed off and dried, I want to show you guys a spot on the bed. So no prep, no buff, no clean to this completely sun-faded bed. We'll do that in a minute.
I'm just wiping the ceramic coating off because it's done flashing.
On a normal vehicle, doing it by yourself, it's gonna take you about an hour and a half for the DIY guy like you that's never ceramic coated before. Now this took us about 30 minutes because there was 3 of us. Now that's 30 minutes after we've prepped it, after it's ready to be ceramic coated. So you're gonna have a little bit more time with your prep and with your wash and with everything you need to do to get ready to ceramic coat your vehicle. But I wanna show you guys something. Now this is not a recommended procedure. This is not something that I'm saying, hey, go out and do it. But I just want to show you the capability of the Armor Shield 9, okay? This is unprepped. Nothing's been washed. It's not been cleaned. I'm going to take my Armor Shield 9 and I'm just going to show you what it can do. Dirt and all. I'm not saying, hey, go scrub this on your paint. Don't clean it, yada, yada. What I'm doing is I'm showing you the capabilities of this Armor Shield 9. Now, I'm obviously ruining my rags. It went over dirt, but this is merely just to show you guys. So what I'm gonna do, because there was dirt there, I'm gonna flip my rag over. I'm just gonna go over it one more time, give it a little bit more ceramic coating, get my horizontals, get my verticals. I'm not gonna go over the dirt again. Stay with that. I'm gonna hurry and hit this door. A little bit of my trim. All right, now take a look at the difference, okay? I mean, this is rust, dirt, all sorts of stuff. But here in a second, when she's done crying, I'm gonna wipe it off and I'm gonna show you guys that it's still gonna have that amazing look, even though it's completely old and ruined paint. It brought some life back to it.
So I just opened this door and I was just wondering what it would do to this panel inside of here. So I'm gonna try it. Oh crap.
Oh, crap.
Okay, I'm just gonna wipe it off, buff it off. You can tell it already looks
Almost
a lot
looks like
better.
a new panel in some spots.
Yeah, spots that still have the red on it.
All right, so you guys may wonder why I brought Whiskers in. It'll make sense in a minute, but I just don't want Whiskers to feel left out, okay? We love Whiskers. And Whiskers is gonna get the attention that he really deserves, just not today. There might be somebody else that's gonna get some attention before, but that's fine. So at least it runs, at least Whiskers is doing good. So we're gonna eventually go through it, we're gonna fix the top, and we're gonna sand this thing down into a real quick paint job so that it's on brand for the channel. So we're gonna be painting it blue, or whatever, something cool, but that's for another time. Anyway, so now you guys can see just exactly what you can do with a little bit of elbow grease, a buffer, and some ceramic coating. So we took this completely ugly, terrible paint job, we gave it a little bit of life, and it's gonna have a little bit of UV protection, so out in the sun, it's gonna look good for a little while. Don't know how long, because we're gonna eventually paint it, hopefully sooner than later. If you guys wanna see this thing get painted, even before we're finished fabricating it, let us know in the comments, because I just don't know if red is fitting us. We might need a little bit of blue. All right, so don't forget, Black Friday sale starts today for Avalon King. You're not gonna get 1, 2, but 3 for $99. So click that link in the description and get stocked up because supplies are limited. So as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one. Whoops.